I'm divorced. I thought I'd be happier, except the judge set the child support amount at $326 a month. $326 a month for 2 kids for child support is what he has to pay me. $326 a month because he's not working, because he chooses not to. I was able to cross-examine him, which was fun, and I asked him how many hours a week he spends working or trying to sell houses, because technically he still has a real estate license, so technically he's still a realtor. He said 15 hours a week approximately is how many hours he works per week. Grown man, grown able-bodied man with transportation and no childcare to worry about, says he works 15 hours a week, which I think is kind of a high estimate. I'd put it more at like 0 hours per week. So $326 a month for 2 kids. Fun, right? And this is after I was super gracious and let him keep his parenting time. The guardian ad litem recommended 0 parenting time for dad.
So I have been on lots of dates, and I have like slept around a bit as well. And if anything, like, that's a compliment to my boyfriend, because I was looking for a partner. Like, I was taking it really seriously.
Why I'm never good enough? They all leave. Why I'm never pretty enough, funny enough, smart enough? Why I'm never worth it?
I understand the frustration of women, because what they're saying is there's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. There's a lot of good men out there like where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you, and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're gonna walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't gonna go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. She'll say, this man ain't shit. He ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. Every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself. Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil. So maybe you're not as good as you really think you are.
Man, look at her face when he started saying all the logical and truth about her life. And she had nothing to cover with that. She probably just attacked them personally after the clip ended or something like that. But it's just so amazing to watch them shut up because they have nothing to counter. Because they realize that they are the problem, not the men.
Look, whenever a man texts me and says, I hope you have a good day, I hope you have a good week, I hope that you shut the fuck up. You right there. Get out of my face. Get out of my phone. Like, put some effort. Actually try to make me have a good day. You know what I mean? Like, send me a coffee. Can you send me flowers? Can you send me you? Can you send me food? Bro, you telling me, I hope you have a good day, why would I have a good day just because you say that? Actually, you just pissed me off. Now you just pissed me off. My day went from bad to worse. I'm infuriated, you know? And then another thing that irritates me with that is that my day starts at 5 a.m. And me even getting a text is rare, but it's never, like, why don't y'all text me that at 5 a.m.? You text me that at 2 p.m., bitch, the day is halfway over. Why are you lazy? Why am I working harder than you? And you're the man. I've had enough. I can't do this no more with y'all. Look, I look different from both sides. Look at me right here. Now look. My day just got worse. My day just got worse.
If this is the kind of woman I was able in today's dating market, man, I'm so happy men are walking away. No one needs to be like this.
I was unfaithful.
So you were married to your husband, but you were having children with other men.
I was, and he raised them as his own and knew them to be his own until the divorce. He ended up unhoused, And the first man that I had the affair with is now my boyfriend, the father of my first child, my son. And he was my husband's assistant manager. So he started bringing this guy around, and I made the first move, of course. I feel like I just sensed his kindness. I mean, still to this day, this man that I'm with is the kindest, most patient man I've ever met. But one day he came over my house without my ex-husband there, and you know what happened next. And we only saw each other once a week to do this because of how my schedule, my ex-husband's schedule, and his schedule. But the second affair, who the man is the father of my daughter, he actually worked with me this time. He was my maintenance guy at my leasing job. Again, just another kind man who was nice to me. And then with my daughter, she's Hispanic, so she came out a little more tan than the both of us. And just as she grew up, just kept that tan skin. And still, she looks so much like me. He was just like, yep, she looks like my wife. And here we are, with 3 baby daddies and 2 kids. So yeah, it's been wild.
Like, this made me so angry while I was listening to this. How can you say such things while smiling? It's sad that men have to go through this, man. In similar kind of videos, you will see comments from guys with successful marriage, but out of nowhere, they find out their kids are not theirs, or the woman is cheating, their wife is cheating, and every happy life, every happy marriage goes down the drain. It's just sad. That's it. It's just sad.
If you're newly single or just like getting back out there and dating, I need to tell you something, which is there is always another guy around the corner. I really struggled with this when I started dating again. I was in an 8-year-long relationship my entire 20s. We were married and I got divorced a couple years ago. And I knew it was so irrational, but every time I'd meet a guy who I was attracted to and interested in, I would have this feeling and this fear of like, what if this is the last guy? Like, what if this is the last guy that I'm attracted to? And if I let go of this, there's just like nothing else out there for me. And obviously it just like all comes back to like having a scarcity mindset versus an abundance mindset. But I'm just here to tell you, a couple years into dating, there is always another great guy around the corner. But you have to let go of the last one who's like not doing it for you in order to meet the next one.
They probably didn't realize that the last great guy did exist, and it was her husband. The next guys are just guys trying to pound her and move on. She's not going to get another husband. It's going to be really rare in these current scenarios when men are waking up and they're just having fun and moving on. They don't want to settle down with a woman like her who cannot even save her previous marriage. That's a bad thing on her resume. I don't think any wise man is going to marry her up.
So social media caused me to get a divorce. Like, that's dumb. That's a mistake. Let me explain.
This is about to be one of those videos where I'm like, why is this on the internet? But continue.
My own feelings of uncertainty and unhappiness for a while. I was actually, I hate telling people this, but like, I had thoughts on my wedding day, and I thought that was just super normal. And I was in the haze of being a new mom. We got pregnant very early in our relationship.
This is yet another perfect example of how women fall in love with the process of being in love rather than the actual person that they're marrying. And once the excitement of the wedding and having a baby and all of those things die out and reality smacks them in the face, they wake up and realize, oh, I think I made the wrong decision. And in this case, a lot of these women already know on their wedding day or before they even have children that they don't want to be with these people in the first place, which I think is very, very selfish.
We got pregnant very early in our relationship on purpose, which, again, another story for another day. But, you know, being a new mom, I had 2 kids, 2 young kids, and I was just in survival mode. So I really didn't have a lot of time to think about me or what I wanted or what I was feeling. I was just in kind of like autopilot. And I think that's probably why if you go back on my page, you'll see any videos of me talking about my husband where like I make us out to be like the happiest couple ever, which we're not unhappy. There is actually not a lot of tea here. There's not a lot of like jealousy or animosity or a big story or anything that was wrong. It just also wasn't right.
Then she goes on a 2-minute rant about how she got into therapy and her therapist is telling her that she's just a people pleaser and this is why she's made such poor decisions to begin with. So it strips her of any real accountability. She even says that she got on the internet and realized that other women felt the same way that she did, and that's why she felt it was relatable and how she was feeling as well. I'm telling you, social media will influence these women in a direction that they don't want to be in, because now she's a single mother of 2 kids.
And TikTok makes women, like, all the damaged women come together, share their experiences, and try to make that as a normal thing. Like, if they've done something bad, which is like very, like, they cannot even speak to someone else they know. But on internet, they just feel like they can say anything. And that way, they just spread all their bullshit, and everyone just keeps accepting that. And a bunch of such damaged women come together and say something similar things. And they feel like it's normal, like it's completely normal. Everyone does it. They think that everyone does it. Everyone is that way. And thus they don't feel the need to get accountability. Like, they feel like it's normal. Everyone does it. So why should she be the specific ones to reflect upon that bad doing when everyone else is doing that? And social media has normalized this. That's why we got bad women today. Let me know what you feel.
You know what's worse than Sunday scaries? Saturday scaries. I messaged a guy that I did not talk to for like 8 years. Literally, like, hooked up with him like 8 years ago. And I randomly thought about him. Like, you know, like when you're single at like 28, you start thinking about, oh, maybe from the past, like, this is a good guy. Yeah, no. This is what went down. First I messaged him, hey stranger. He said, sorry, who's this? I said, Leah Bars. And then when I said, well, I said Leah, haha. And then I said Bars. And then when I sent Bars, it didn't say delivered. So I was like, did he block me? So then I did this. I went to his Venmo and I sent him $1 and I said, did you block me? And then he unblocked me and said, what's up? This is random. And I said, well, why did you block me? He said, why are you texting me? I said, whoa, I don't know, to catch up. He's like, it's been 8 years. I said, damn, I didn't know people couldn't talk again. My bad. He was like, I have a wife and kids now. Plot twist, my bad. He said, think you're a weirdo. I said, right back at ya. And then the conversation just ended, and honestly woke up mortified. Simply mortified. So please stitch this with any other stories that you have that are similar or worse than this, so it makes me feel better about my decisions. Thank you.
And TikTok is filled with such women, like, they think they're doing some smart thing, but they all come out to be very stupid. Like, why would you post this when it's a solid L? Like, there is nothing but L in this clip for her. What she was expecting. Like, maybe social media engagement is that more of importance than your own sensibility.
Would you pay $4,000 to swing big sticks and scream in the woods with the aim of releasing your anger?
It is imperative that we allow ourselves safe spaces to release this fiery, hot emotion from within us.
So it's called the Rage Ritual Retreat, and the founder's name is Mia, and she describes herself as a spiritual fairy godmother and is known online as Mia Magic.
You're gonna need big sticks.
Right now I feel angry, right now I feel frustrated. Everything, whatever you're feeling, let it out, express yourself.
Now participants are encouraged to scream, to think of people and experiences that have wronged them, and swing big sticks for up to 20 minutes or until they can no longer move their arms as a way to release their emotions.
This is a place where we get to go full out without any feeling of restriction.
Who has made me angry? Who has hurt me? Who has broken me? Who has cut me down?
Now the rage rituals go down in the forest so that they don't have to worry about bothering people nearby. And if you're thinking of joining a rage ritual, the packages range from $2,000 to $4,000. And you know people online are sharing their thoughts on this creative therapeutic outlet. One user said, where is this? Asking for a friend. And this user said, I want in. While this user said, I wish women would just take their rage out on the people that are enraging them. These rituals are like a bandage for a bleeding wound. Now Mia Magic said the next retreat will be in August and the location will be in France. So BG Squad, how do you feel about this rage ritual? And are you thinking of going to one too? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Man, that comment where the woman mentioned that take your anger on actual people. That's funny. I mean, do you not realize how that can go wrong? Like, how you can just ruin your entire life? You could be in jail, idiot. And this whole activity costing $2,000 to $4,000? Man, only women can do this dumb shit. Like, who's spending money for this bullshit?
Can we talk about living at home as an adult for a second? Because I have a lot to say about it. I moved back in with my grandparents, but my parents also live here when I was 25, a year ago, after I broke up with my ex. We've been together for 6.5 years. I'd lived away since I was 19, like haven't lived at home since I was 19, like almost 10 years. Simple things, like I get home from a work trip, for example, and everyone's like, how was it? And obviously I want to talk to you, but I'm tired. I also just want my own space. I just want to be by myself. Constantly being aware of your surroundings, making sure you're not making mess, making sure you're not being loud, making sure if they're using the kitchen, you're not using it as well. You've got to be around all these people that you necessarily wouldn't be around, but you have to be around because you're in a circumstance when you have to live at home. Let's also talk about, you can't really have anyone over. I want my friends to come around. I want to host dinner parties. I want to have some drinks. Or I want to come home drunk, and I can't. And the reality of living at home when you're an adult is awful. Like, they treat you like you're a child, for one. I'm an adult. Please don't come up to my space. I pay rent every single month. I don't live here for free. So get off my back. Get off my back.
Then why not find your own apartment and pay the rent there? Of course, she cannot do that because she's too broke for that. It's crazy how they're expecting privacy and they're living under their parents' house. We should be grateful that you even have that privilege. Most won't even take their kids in after they're gone.
Would you date me?
Why the f would I date you?
I don't know, why wouldn't you date me?
I mean, what could you do for me?
I could do a lot. Like, I'm that guy.
So you could pay my rent?
What? If you're good enough.
It's $2,600 a month.
Come on now, dog. You can't pay your own rent?
I mean, I could pay my own rent, but why would I date you if you can't do nothing for me?
Come on, man. So I'm just for the money?
I mean, I didn't say that, but you're asking me out the blue. What am I for?
Hell no, to the no, no, no.
I'm not splitting the fucking rent. I'm not splitting the rent. He can pay that 3 bands, and I'll pay like 1,000. What if you make more than him? Then he needs to make some more money.
I'm a broke bitch, and I can't go far, cause you know I can't afford it anyway.
Oh, I never, ever let guys come to my house. I have to be like madly in love with you for it to be super comfortable for you to be in my house, right? So this guy had paid my rent for like 3 months straight. So he was feeling obligated to come over to my house. He was coming to my house, he took a shit. My friend like, how you know he took a shit? Because I heard him the whole time. When I say he was giving like, I'm like, what the fuck? Is he taking a shit in my house? And I like hear him taking a shit in my house. So I'm like, all right, cool.
If he's paying all the rent, then it's not your home, it's his home.
So I kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna never mind that he leaving tomorrow. Do you know that he got in my bed and broke my bed? I was like, I don't let niggas come to my house. You come to my house, you take a shit, you screaming while you taking the shit, and you broke my bed. Like, I'm like, how you break my bed? He like, I don't know, I just laid in it. You know how many times I just laid in this bed and it never broke? I was like, okay. Fast forward, mad uncomfortable. We in the bed watching TV, like I'm wasting time. Like I'm feeling so uncomfortable because I don't let guys come to my house. In the morning, he get up and take another shit at my house. I do not appreciate people taking shits at my house. I do not let niggas at my house. So for a nigga to be coming doing some shit that I don't appreciate or like, it's crazy. I had to cut him off. You took 2 shits. And I was just so uncomfortable. I told you I didn't want you to come. You came to my house and you was taking shits at my house. Broke my bed. I had to cut him off. What would y'all do? Y'all would still talk to him? I really don't like people taking shits in my house. And I don't let at my house. So why would a come take a shit at my house and scream? I'm telling you, it was like, ugh! Like I just could see his face taking that shit while I'm hearing him. He's giving like big pushes. Like the nerve, the audacity.
He's seriously talking about the audacity after taking money from other dude for her rent. You cannot be this fucking stupid.
A shocking new claim about the falling marriage rate is raising a lot of questions right now. A new study says the reason fewer people are getting married is because there's a shortage of, quote, economically attractive men.
Ask this question all the time. You complain about men, but are you being the type of a woman that a man would want, right? Maybe in the instant when men are not thinking with their big heads and they're saying, oh, whoa, she's half naked, great, I'm gonna go for it. Yeah. That might be what a man wants, but long term, that's not what a man wants. A man doesn't want a girl that's just gonna be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. You know, that I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want. So then you say men suck. I'm looking at you going, I'm not a dude, I wouldn't date you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, self-perpetuating problem, not enough women calling out the fact that women are not
desirable right now, in my opinion, right? They're sexually desirable, but I wouldn't want to take you home to mom desirable.
Why would I get married? Why? There's no actual reason to get married. It can complicate things. I have some friends that just have a woman they love and they had kids and they just didn't get married. I find them happier than those that get married.
There's something about it. I don't know what it is, but I feel like once you put the marriage title on it, there's just this
like
added
pressure too, right?
that like the relationship doesn't need.
Did you hear about this new food that like completely destroys sex drive in women?
No.
Wedding cake.
Does that make sense for you as far as like why divorce is inherently more risky for men?
I just feel like you're saying because women tend to be the person who initiates a divorce, correct?
Yes.
That's why it's riskier for men, but why do women tend to end divorces? With successful men that have money, they cheat.
She said it earlier.
They do all these things that women don't want to
She
put
said
up
it earlier.
with.
It's
So
a feeling.
why-
Feelings change from day to day.
Yeah,
time
so
to
I
time.
could have been in love with the person at the moment, but if that person is no longer treating me well just because we're married, I have to say no.
That's the point.
Because he can't be a good husband.
So as a man,
that's all I'm asking.
If I marry you and you decide, you know what, he's not the guy I thought he was anymore, I'm leaving. You take half my stuff and maybe.
So is there no risk
So?
without reward?
Oh, so what's
You married me, right?
No. So once again, this is why
You
men
wanted to marry me.
don't want to
You
get married.
thought you loved me enough that it would be worth it to you to marry me and
so
take
real
the
quick,
risk.
hold on, stop the show. You just basically admitted it with your own words why guys don't get married.
See how their brain works? She feels like she's entitled, that if she's getting married, she's doing someone a favor. She's doing that guy a favor if she's getting married with him. And if she feels like she no longer feels getting treated special or something, she wants to live with half his stuff. And she feels that's alright, there's nothing wrong in that. That's the woman we got today. Why would anyone want to marry?
I don't think modern day feminists want equality between men and women. I think they want to beat men. They don't take any pride in being feminine. They grow their armpit hair out. They say we need to bring down the patriarchy. But who is the patriarchy? Do you think it's men who set all these standards for women to uphold in the beauty world? You're forgetting that other women set the standards too. As a woman, I think armpit hair on women is disgusting and unhygienic. I'm a woman setting that beauty standard, not a man. I also think a woman should pride herself on being a good mother and taking care of her family in the home. Not to say that you can't have a job at the same time, but no one can do what a mother can do, and you should be proud of that, not want to destroy that. Men and women are not the same, and that's beautiful. I'm proud to be a woman. I don't want to be a man. So on behalf of all women who like being women, can you guys stop trying to make us men?
There's one video of mine that needs to do well, it's this one. This is the first month I won't be able to afford rent. I'm not a rich person. I don't have a lot of stuff. I have basic household necessities, a couch, a bed, washer, a dryer. That's about it. A car. I don't have a lot of lavish things. I don't go on vacations and I don't spend a lot. Rent's increased from $1,300 to $1,800. The food prices are too high. I've cut back on eating because I literally cannot afford food. I've cut back on my favorite snacks, cat food, treats. I'm exhausted all the time from being overworked and underpaid. You don't catch a break when you grow up poor. I don't need much to be happy. I just want to be able to live comfortable. I just really need to catch a break right now. I'm trying so hard and I feel like I'm not doing enough. I don't have family. I don't have anything to fall back on. I just need one video to blow up and it could be life-changing.
Oh, look at her. She's trying so hard to fake cry and make others sympathize with her and make her video viral so that she can make money out of that going viral and don't have to work a normal job. That's every woman's dream out there on TikTok or on social media. They just want to go viral, one video to go viral so that they can gain followers. And that's the easy money, the easy route. They don't want to work a normal job so that they can live like a normal adult. They don't want that. They want the easy one.
I am not really understanding this soft guy era trend. Because is it satire or is this true? Because maybe it's my age because I'm 40. But when you call a man soft, that was an insult. If you call a man soft, that's saying like, you know, they play for the other team. If you call a man soft, that means they're being a punk. But now men want to be called soft. I am single. I don't have a problem that I'm single. It's not an insult calling me single. It's not an insult saying that I'm be single for the rest of my life, whatever. Because when I jump my ass on this app, it makes me realize why I'm single and why I need to stay single. Because to be in a relationship right now with some of these men, you really have to sacrifice your own damn self. And I'm not doing that. But all jokes aside, is this real or is this satire? Do y'all really want to be called soft?
she always wants to turn it around in a way that it's insulting in some way. And she doesn't realize that she inserted herself by calling herself 40 and thinking she's single by choice. You're not single by choice. Everyone watching this video already know that when you said that. So let's just keep moving.
Soft guy era is a TikTok trend of men finally realizing their worth and demanding that women equally contribute to their relationship, often financially. Who are the bigger simps? The soft guys who make equal demands of women, or the alphas who want to protect, provide, and serve women?
The alpha males, because they automatically want to do what they're supposed to do as males for women.
I second that, because they're already like ready to give you everything. Like they're ready to provide and take care of you. So they're already basically simping.
So why do you think men aren't advocating for 50-50 relationships or soft guy era?
Because I think that men naturally want to be alphas, but then again, the ones that are in their soft guy eras, I kind of think they're just following the trend and they're pretending like they don't want to provide when they really do.
It's 2024, everybody's following the trend.
Some men aren't looking for 50-50. Some men will be able to provide and they're confident in their ability to provide. They just want a woman to be able to emotionally cater to his needs and serve him in a different way.
It was perfect. Perfect.
See men talking about soft boy area, whatever. We don't want to provide anymore. We don't want to pay the bills anymore. Finally, because I always wanted that type of control. I always wanted that control. And trust me, if that happens, I'm going to come with requirements. If I'm going to pay all the bills, you must not cheat. Like, you must stay faithful, because even one flirty, one text message, you're getting kicked out. You're going to become homeless. You're going back to your mother's house. Yes, that's it. You must do every single thing I say, every single ass stuff I say. Every work, every type of labor in the house is gonna be fall on you. And don't even say no, because you're gonna get kicked out and you ain't paying no bills. The house is mine. So girls, y'all shouldn't complain, because this is amazing, because we now have the control. We can choose what man we want, when they stay, when they leave, when they go, what they do.
Man, she's like the most stupidest person you've ever come across. Like, that's all she could think of. Like, she cannot realize how good that deal is if she's saying what she's saying and if it's true. Like, a guy can come in, he's paying all the rent, he's getting all that sex, and once he's bored, he can just cheat with another one and move on. Meanwhile, she's there sad and angry about why he left. And she just didn't realize that that guy had the best deal of his life. He got all his bills paid, had fun, then left when it got boring. And she's just wondering and crying about it now. It's funny.
So for all you fake soft guy era guys, that's what it looks like when women love you. They give you gifts, they buy you things, they give you money. They do for a man. Your boys asking for women to do for you. You're upset trying to flip a script. See, that script is never needed to be flipped. Women do for their husband. See, women spoil men that they really love. Women don't really love you because guess what? Come here, let me talk to you. You're not a man. As you can see, I even record in my company's van every day because I don't care about a public image. I don't have to announce what I do. But even as a single man, women pay for my haircut. Women take me on trips. I've had women pay for my flights. I've been on sneaky vacations. I've had women buy me sneakers, buy me gym clothes. Women do for me because I'm a man. Women submit and do and spoil for men that they actually like. So if you have to get on here and put a camera in your face and tell women, oh, I'm in this era, I need this and that, and then you got to put soft in front of it, well, we already know what you're looking for. Real men get taken care of by women. See, that's why men don't even like to stick up or talk for women, because all you men start coming in and Now what are you going to say? Show me some time where women have done for you. That's just one. I've had every woman in my life spoil me to death. That's why I love women, because I treat them with care and love, and guess what they do back for me? They treat me like a king. You could learn something from me. That's why I had a bunch of men in my comments.
Now, I understand, like, all of you just want to slap the shit out of him right now, but let's be real, this guy is a simp. He's a content creator where he's just pampering every woman, like he makes content for women, so you can understand now that why he's saying things what he's saying. And of course, women are gonna give him money and all that shit because he's just saying what they want to hear. He's not going to say things that women don't want to hear and ruin his fan following or something like that. So that's why he's saying dumb shit like this.
this whole equality thing go. I'm sorry, I know that women fought forever for it, but it's just like, wait a minute, I fought to be able to be you. What happened to being me? Like, I just want to be the best version of me that there is, and I do want to be compensated for that. So whatever I bring to the table, I should be compensated for. But you and I don't bring the same gifts to the table. That's what makes us unique and special. That's what also makes us a good team. But if I'm constantly fighting to be equal to you, then there's no time or space for my gifts. And then it left the men that I was around annoyed because they felt like this fucking woman's always in competition with me, but we're not the same.
A woman has lots of sexy photos on her dating profile and no bio. Should she be surprised if guys are only contacting her for hookups?
No, not at all.
She should not be surprised. She knows what she's
You're
getting
putting it out
herself
there,
into.
for sure.
Okay, if not, isn't she promoting herself in a similar fashion if she's out walking the streets in a slutty outfit?
No,
debatable.
Absolutely not.
No, because
How is it different?
you can wear whatever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter.
Your clothes,
your dating profile
it's different.
is your choice.
You're advertising yourself
You're
versus
advertising
just
yourself on
clothing.
a dating profile.
Yeah.
So why does it make a difference if you're online or out in public?
Because if you're out in public, you should be able to wear whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, don't you want to wear whatever you want without being treated like an object?
She's a slut because she's wearing a short skirt? No.
How would you feel about a 40-year-old guy dating a 19-year-old chick?
I think it's wrong. No. I think the 40-year-old should accept responsibility and understand that that is completely not okay. And it's not, she's a full-grown adult, but I don't think it's okay. No, I don't.
But it's okay for a woman to sell herself on OnlyFans at 18 and get railed on camera for money, but not enter a consensual relationship.
So this is where I just kind of lean on my faith. Sorry, hot take, but my faith, no, I don't think it's ever worth putting yourself out there to the internet. I do not believe in that, but that's a personal thing. You do you, make your money. But no, I think they're both wrong.
I would like to chime in and just let y'all know I made more money from my sugar daddy than I did from my full-time job that I have a college degree for.
Oh, respectfully. No, same. No, me as well. Yeah, absolutely. So I did the same thing, but I will say that my experience as a 24-year-old having a sugar daddy and a 19-year-old having a sugar daddy were very, very different. And I think that I made better decisions as a 24-year-old than I did as a 19-year-old.
What the fuck just happened? That she was just preaching about how it's wrong, how all that was wrong, like a man in 40s dating 90s is wrong. But having sugar daddies is completely fine. Leeching off a man's money is completely fine. What kind of brain or logic do they have? Like, I have no words, as you get sense. I am speechless. Let me know what you feel about this section, man. I got no words.
My son is 20, 30 years old. He's not going to be like, Mom, I hate you because you were a stripper before I was born.
Amber Rose's son, Sebastian, said people have came up to him about his mom being on OnlyFans.
He said that somebody told him, your mom is on OnlyFans. And
There
I
it
was,
is.
like, during the pandemic. I mean, I had to work.
How did you talk to him about it?
I just explained everything to him. Like, when it comes to women, you have to let women do what they need to do to support their families. You want to go to a nice school?
Oh.
Six Flags, Universal.
We'll go Six Flags?
Travel. You know, mommy has to make money.
Is that like something of value that you want to teach your kids? Like, you want them new J's when they come out? Mama gotta bust it open. Fuck you mean? I don't give a fuck them niggas ridiculing you at school about seeing me naked on the internet.
Hey, bro, this your mom? This your mom? Hey, nigga, this your mom, right? This your mom?
Women should be able to do what they want to do with their bodies, but they can't control the stigma that comes along with doing stuff like being on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans has a reputation.
I think a woman would have to like make her peace with the stigma and be aware that it can negatively affect your children, and don't try to write it off as some empowering thing that you're proud of your son for understanding. This is relatively new, the whole OnlyFans generation. You don't know how it's going to affect your kids.
Nah, this is why new generation of boys or men are getting so soft. Guys supporting every ridiculous thing coming out of a woman, like fact positivity bullshit. Now we got this, by shaming yourself online by selling nudes is okay. They're even trying to normalize that. I mean, we are the last generation of men who are trying to shame such kind of behavior. I'm not sure if future men can do that, but because they tend to accept everything. They're even trying to accept a man dressing up as a woman, as a real woman, or something like that. Like, it's crazy, the current world we live in.
If he ain't paying all them bills, he can't say nothing, okay? Nothing, because he's just a roommate. Okay? So you as a woman, if you're married, single, whatever, if your man is not paying every bill in that house, do whatever you want, okay? He don't run nothing up in there, okay? Just so you know, unless he's paying every single bill and every one of your bills, he doesn't run anything. Stop caring so much. If he doesn't like you wearing a certain thing, put that thing on and walk out. If he doesn't like you wearing weave and makeup, put the weave and makeup on and walk out. If he don't like you getting nails done this long or with like red nail polish on it, get your nails red and long. If he doesn't like you wearing certain types of clothing or shoes, put them on. Walk around and like you don't run nothing over here, okay? I don't like when you do A, B, C, and D. So I guess it's okay because you do it I don't like. So I'm going to do exactly what you don't like. I'm going to walk around here looking like this and these heels and this dress and this makeup and this hair and these nails. And guess what? I have to go have dinner with my friend, my sister. I'll be back. Oh, text me later. Then don't answer nothing. Just walk out. Where are you going? Oh, no, it's just girls. Oh, it's just business. Or, oh, it's just family. You can't come, basically.
Yep, the marriage is gonna last longer with that kind of boy shit around. I really want to know who's the guy who married this bitch. Has to be like the superior version of a cock.
What's the most thirstiest, simpest message that you've received in your DMs, Facebook, etc.?
So I had a guy say to me, girl, you're a nurse. I need mouth-to-mouth. Come resuscitate me.
What about you?
I mean, I've had like, damn, I should have been your baby daddy.
I don't want to say that.
What about you?
Hey, beautiful. You look so gorgeous, sweet, and beautiful lady. I'm interested in having you as my sugar baby. I'll be paying you $6,000 weekly allowance. I love you, and I know your friend Tiara. Hit me up.
You took that $6,000?
I'm good. Because, like, $6,000 ain't free.
The reason why I had y'all do that exercise was for truly one reason. So the woman can see, you ladies can see, that you're not that special. Because the same thing a doing to Brandy is the same doing to Francis, same thing doing to Savannah, and the same thing is doing to Dana. The problem is with the simps when they do too much, because then it gives the woman an oversensitive ego, and you could have a girl that's really like a 2, but she's thinking she's a 10, so she's disqualifying guys that she should actually be dating, but those other guys that she's getting attention from only want to hit. So she's 30 or 35, 40 now, and she can't get no serious relationship from men, and then she's talking about, oh, all men are crap. Well, all men aren't crap. You just disqualified all the other that really would take you serious.
Man, that was perfect. Perfect example, and the message was delivered perfectly. Let me know what you guys feel about this.
Okay, I'm back on the dating apps. It's been like 5 months, 6 months since my last relationship. I'm ready to go on a date and possibly meet someone. I have very low expectations. Not standards, but expectations of the pool I'm choosing from, because I have a bazillion likes because y'all just swipe right on everyone, right? That's like the thing men do, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Of those likes, I would find like maybe 5. So you liked me first. I said okay. And then you just don't message. Why? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Why is she surprised? Like, she herself said, like, men be swiping on everyone. So she just wanting few bunch of men, so assuming only good looking men or good men with like proper status in their bio or something like that. Only she's going to accept those, and those dudes, she thinks that as like, like the only ones looking for her. No, those dudes are getting the same reaction from plenty of women. Like, women select the same kind of guy online. So if there's a chat, all women are going to swipe right on that kind of guy, and she thinks she's special. No, you are just one of the many, and the guy can choose not to engage with you.
I'm a single mama. I have to live in this space of survival and beast mode. Like, I have to live in my masculine energy. And then when it comes to dating, men are always like, oh my goodness, like, we're attracted to strong, independent women. But then they get with one and they realize, like, these women, us women, we're surviving in this masculine space where we don't have the capacity to get into our feminine and be soft and vulnerable and all of these things that a man wants and needs. And as a man, if you want us to get there, you have got to provide a safe masculine space.
There was zero man who said that they want strong, independent women. Zero. She probably heard it from a friend who just wanted to smash or something like that. But no man will willingly say he wants such kind of woman as a wife.
Okay, I am the problem. I went on a date with this guy and he was like, it's getting late. Do you want to come back to my place? And I was like, sure, but I'm not going to sleep with you. Like, that's not happening. And he was like, that's totally fine. Just come over. And I was like, cool. So I go to his place. He respects my wishes. He's so nice. He cuddles me all night. And I'm like, are you gay? Like, what? And like, I just wanted him to like try, and then for me to be like, no, you know what I mean? I wasn't gonna sleep with him. I just now I feel ugly. This is what